Because see, these are the things that is very important to understand for you guys, because when you are driving the workshops or the customer requirement sessions, a lot of discussions will happen around this, like how you will module or how you will model your planning system. Okay, how would you model your how many plans you will have, how many what time you will need those plans. Okay, so all these discussions for driving all those discussions, knowing this is very important. These are the fundamentals that because see, technically you can anytime you can go to the user guide if you stuck or face any issue, but these are something that your entire project will depend on this understanding. Okay, now uh, see, even if you do all these things, then there would be like I mentioned, there you may have different plans again out of this, how you model your plans. Like you will have one manufacturing plan. Okay, because there may be a requirement from your client that they don't want to plan all the components on the daily basis. Okay, but they want to plan their jobs for their finished goods on daily basis, right? So
Mm.
something in that case, you will have your manufacturing plan for ACP, which will run on the daily basis. So which will again include only finished goods. Then you will have your assembly plan, which you may need to, again, this will be a manufacturing plan, which you will run maybe twice a week. Okay. And then there would be something, your purchase plan. So this will maybe once a week you may run this. Okay. Then there may be something transfers, which you can either be part of the purchase plan, or it can be a separate plan as well, which will manage your transfers from one organization to other organization, like IR ISO scenarios, or even simple the inventory transfers. That also you can plan through ACP. So all these will be various plans you will have to model after discussion, detailed discussion with users on their requirement, how they plan.
Now, is there different plans already defined, or we have to create all these kind of
No, no,
plans?
we have to define those plans. Once you need to understand their requirements, then you will have to model these plans as per their requirements. So there,
Okay.
yeah. So there will be also maybe like this can be a different plan for purchasing or transfers, and then there will be also a GOP plan or the ATP plan, which again you may need to run daily if they are using global order promising.
Mhm.
Oh, one thing is here, GOP is taking care in ACP itself, right?
Yes, yes. Basically, GOP.
I mean, while calculating the demand and supply picture, when you run the plan, their GOP will comes into picture, right?
Sorry, GOP is.
So let's say I am running the plan, okay?
Mhm.
Now plan what I will do. Oracle will see the demand and supply, potential demand and supply. So there internally GOP will not comes into picture, not very sure.
There is a plan option where you
Mm-hmm.
can make any particular plan as a GOP plan,
Mm-hmm. Global order.
and then whenever you enable the ATP for that organization, then generally that will refer to the plan output of that particular plan for scheduling the orders. So that will happen with the help of GOP plan. So maybe these are just, I'm giving an examples. So there may be a lot of plans like this. You will have some backup plans. You will have some test plans for particular scenarios. So there will be multiple plans, of course. And then apart from Demantra and ASCP, so some companies will also be using the production scheduling.
That is MPS, na?
So not MPS. This is the master production schedule.
Oh, right.
But this is production scheduling is a PS module actually.
Oh, okay.
Now in cloud, instead of ACP product, their production scheduling module is coming, right? Along with the supply planning.
Yeah, along with the supply planning. Yes. Cloud, I don't know what they call exactly, but means
Yeah, production scheduling only.
Production scheduling only, right? Yeah. So it's actually again an acquired product from Oracle like Demantra. So see, even when sometimes what happens, the manufacturing plan gives you the details of what to manufacture on a daily basis. Okay, but then actual requirement in plant, maybe they need to plan their machineries and resources on the hourly or maybe the minute level details. Okay, and which again ACP can't do that accurately. It will definitely do, but then if you see, even if a daily plan is there, if you see some of the orders would be scheduled like this, some gap may be there, okay, like this. So some 20-minute, 30-minute gap may be there, or which production scheduling can further fine tune these gaps.
Okay, optimization.
And they will plan on a very detailed, minute level. You can create your resource capacities at a very detailed level here.
One resource capacity, I guess you can do in ACP as well.
Sorry?
ACP resource capacity is not there.
Yeah, that is what I am saying. ACP does that, but ACP does that more accurately at the day level.
Achha.
Okay, it cannot do that at minute level because
Ma-
there are a lot of plants and a lot of organizations, and it has to optimize everything also.
Okay. So granular level testing, planning.
Yeah. So what PS does it does at a very, very granular level. Means even at the minutes or the minutes level, like 5-10 minutes gap also, if you want to have for setup changeover and all those things, that also can be done at a very detailed level here.
So some organization may have ACP and production scheduling as well.
Yeah, very few organizations use production scheduling, though. Means it is a good product, but it also needs very expert users to use that actually.
Okay.
So and then see, actually, if you see, all these minute level changes are done by supervisors by their instinct most of the times, because they are more experienced on the ground level situations and all. So they prefer to do that themselves, or they use some macros for that. Means that is my experience.
So when I'm saying in the flow, let's say now, MDS is coming from the SNOP, which is the part of the Demantra. And then you can give this MDS to specific plan, ACP. So here, where production schedule actually comes into picture, where, let's say I'm giving the MDS as an input, so it will go with the demands, forecast, sales order and forecast. Now I'm going to ACP, I have to run the plan. So where actually production scheduling, once you release the work order or what? Where actually?
Yes. So what ideal process flow is like, you get the demand from Demantra into ACP.
Right.
You run and analyze the plan. You see the daily basis, what do I need to manufacture.
Okay.
So you release those work orders from ACP plan. And then whatever the release orders are there, or the open orders.
Okay.
The open week orders. That
So,
will be
okay.
visible on the production scheduling. And then in production scheduling, you have the resource capacity levels at a very detailed level. And then, like I mentioned, so what ACP generally does is it schedule this one job here, second job it has scheduled here somewhere, okay, third job it has scheduled here. There may be some gaps here. So what in production scheduling, you will see that I have some capacity here, so I will move this here in production scheduling, or it will move this automatically considering all this.
So let's say one organization having ACP and PS production scheduling. So output from the plan will go as a input to the PS.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, schedule, there should be some input, right? So
Yeah. So there are scheduled programs like what from Demantra to ACP, there are export forecast programs. Similarly, from ACP to production scheduling, there are some programs.
okay.
And the best thing is the PS is actually it's kind of a tool. Means I don't know how it works exactly in cloud, but in EBS it was used as a separate tool, so which you can install on your client desktop. And they can run it like a macro, so it doesn't take much time, and immediately you can analyze multiple scenarios of production scheduling there.
So it will give the analysis. I mean, you can do this way, right?
Yeah. It will show a dashboard and
Dashboard, analysis kind
you
of thing.
can actually move this like graphically. You can move this plan or work order here. You can move it here. You can move this resource from here to here. You can you can do the detail level changes.
Okay. So shop load, then actual, release of this work order and then completion will take place accordingly.
And then again, once you do these changes in the dashboard, you will again need to release those or save that schedule so that the changes will be again posted into the EBS. Whatever, suppose you moved the one job one here from here to here, so then it timing will be changed, right? The operation start time and the end times.
So there will be some data link, no?
Yeah, data link would be there. So once you publish those changes happen in EBS automatically. So and not only at the job level, these changes can be done at operation level also.
Okay.
Means even if you have like some bottleneck operation, so you can manage all your work orders around that particular operation.
Okay.
So this is just the overview of this. So what I will do is I will also post this in the
yeah, you can save the Excel actually.
I will definitely save and share this Excel, but I will make this as a working Excel somewhere so that
yes.
That will be great, no?
Yeah, that will be.
So rather than posting here, now what I can see that you can put in one Excel and then you can finally.
Yeah. What I was planning is I will make this as a working Excel and I will share it on Google Doc.
Yeah, that will be better actually. You know,
so that everybody will have the access and like date wise we will schedule all the we'll keep on adding one tab for each discussion.
Yes. In that way, what happens, we will not miss the things.
So it will remain at one place only. That is why I didn't save this on my local machine, so I will save it on Google Doc. Yeah. So yeah, and then like we were again discussing the difference between the traditional planning. So I think a lot of things were clear from this earlier diagram. So basically MRP works only for that particular organization level, whereas ACP is something which is integrated with all suppliers, customers, and even across you can plan across multiple plants and the transfers and distribution warehouses, so that can be done. So if you would have heard, there is some feature like DRP as well in ACP.
Distribution planning. So some organization will use DRP.
Yeah.
rather than ACP.
So generally, it means I have not much worked on that apart from POCs, but then it is used for distribution planning, and so when there are some businesses like they have a lot of distribution centers.
Yes, complex distribution system within the
Yeah,
organization.
so it's kind of a replicate your hub and spoke distribution model, where you have one main distribution warehouse and that supplies material to various different other distribution centers. So you
Yes.
can create those hub and spoke models in ACP, and that will be also like you will need a multiple plans again for that, where the plan type will be DRP plan. So I will add here one more thing, like there can be DRP plans also like this.
Yeah, kind of Amazon or some whoever doing distribution in that distribution, or it is a different one.
Sorry.
No, the Amazon is doing the shipping, right?
Yes,
It
yes,
is
yes.
that.
So, yeah, that kind of distributions. That's right. So, but it is more where some of the organizations like retail organizations, like you say the paint manufacturing, where there are a lot of retailers and they have kind of a one distributor, a main distributor in each city who will distribute it to multiple retailers, and then that main distributor will again get the material from one wholesale distributor. And that wholesale distributor will get the material from their regional distribution centers. So you can create a kind of a chain for the distributors in that.
Okay. Means in that way, what happens? The company can track the end shop.
Yeah. So see, for them, you don't need this manufacturing planning, right? So what they will need is here particularly the transfers.
Okay. Transfers.
They need
Okay,
to
one.
plan. So what they define is your levels here, like that they need to daily maintain at their distribution centers. Okay, they will maintain some levels, and then what you call the milk runs from main distribution to their distribution centers. Then you will plan those milk runs accordingly. So that is done in DRP plan.
So shipping network has to be defined, right? When you at the setup here.
Sorry,
Shipping network.
I mean, when actually you are transferring from one organization internally, you have to define the shipping networks and other things as well. Right?
Yeah, you need to define the network between them. So there are a lot of setups that are required for that. Means even for everything here, and then there are like limitations because of those in the traditional planning process. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, there used to be all these disconnected plans. Okay, when MRP was there, you were required to create a separate MDS. You were required to create a separate MPS plan and a separate MRP plan, or even separate RCCP plan also.
What is this
Like-
RCCP?
Sorry?
What is this RCCP?
Yeah, RCCP is rough cut capacity plan, because
Rough
MRP,
cut.
yeah, MRP didn't have the capacity planning.
Okay.
So that used to be a separate RCCP plan there.
Okay.
Okay. So again means MDS input will go to MPS, then you will run again MPS ka input you will give to MRP, then you will run again MRP's input will go to RCCP. So it used to take a lot of time if you want to do everything in Oracle actually. And of course that caused the latency in the decision making. So people use a lot of Excel instead of all these multiple plans. The planning cycles were long, and the collaboration was not there, because this internal collaboration itself took so much time. Then customer and supplier collaboration, that was not in place, or that visibility was also not there earlier. Whereas and what was the impact because of that was like people were required to have a lot of inventory. They sometimes they have to stop the production, or sometimes they have to because of lack of capacity, or they have to run behind things to get it done, everything. So shop floor was I don't know, because I have worked personally on shop floor, so I know that every day the first thing I had to do was check for the material that is available there or not for all the products to be manufactured. And then even a small part is missing or something, then the entire production is stuck. So it used to be a lot of running behind the material and all those
So
things.
in MRP, we don't have safety stock features, traditional planning.
Sorry, I missed out.
In MRP, you don't have safety stock features.
Yeah, safety stocks are there.
Uh-huh.
But then कैसे होता है ना, we expect sometime there are dependencies, like suppose something is going to come from press shop. Based on that I had planned something today, but then somehow the press shop में कुछ machine बंद हो गया. So, they couldn't complete the entire quantity, so I need to change the remaining quantity.
Okay.
That a lot of things happen actually, because there is not much visibility. But then now with ASAP, a lot of these things are taken care, and you would see that even kind of a Dell was a first example where actually they started this online dispatching and all. So they could reduce a lot of inventory because of ASAP actually.
Okay.
So uh, that of course they have done a lot of customizations and a lot of dashboard they are using, but that visibility at least is there because all the data is in one place. And of course that also reduce your inventory cost, the order promising cost, working capital, and the customer satisfaction also improves with all those things. Okay, and some of the advantages again are because of that are like cycle time is reduced. I think most of these things we just discussed. The decisions are better. The continuous improvement you can do with that. Then you can simulate various things. Like I said, you can create multiple plans. Like even suppose if you want to plan one particular product with some different setup or the bomb changes, you can do that. Right? Or the item changes.
Just a simulation plan you can attach to plan.
So that all can be done in the ACP plan.
What is kind of a simulation plan actually? Can just
It's a normal plan, but you run it with the specific data. Like, see, if my main plan has 20 organizations, it will take a lot of time to run. So what I would do is I would just make changes to the one item and create forecast for that one item, and I will run the simulation plan for only one item.
Yeah, here one more thing just to clarify. I don't know. I mean, like simulation set or plan are this, independent of the plan, right? You can attach the simulation plan to the plan, normal plan.
Yeah. In the normal plan also you can do simulation because
No. You can create separate simulation plan and can attach to the normal plan. So that is the independent of the other plans. So one simulation plan you can attach to the multiple plans. And I guess in simulation plan, you are just changing some attributes or something set up, but that is not actually not done the root level. So only for specific running the plan that simulation will happen, right?
Yeah, see, there are two things here. One is the simulation plan that I would say.
Okay, and simulation set.
Create a separate plan for simulation, simulating particular scenario. Okay. And then there is a simulation set where what you will do is you will change some attributes.
Yeah, some functionality. I mean, for that specific plan only.
Yeah, so that attribute won't be changed at the source instance.
Right, exactly.
But in the planning, you will just create that simulation set and change that attribute just to test that particular item or this thing.
Exactly.
Both are the same. Means both have different objectives.
Okay.
Based on your requirement, you will plan that. That is why I said that there are always multiple simulation plans, and you would use it for various purpose actually. Yeah, and then it gives a global supply chain visibility, or like I mentioned, I can see if there is something stuck in the press shop, if in the morning that quantity is not there, I can plan or change my production today, but which was a bit difficult in MRP. So that across organization visibility is there. And then it has a backward compatibility as well. Like R12 ACP can also connect with the 11i instances. Okay.
Mhm.
And even not only the 11i instances, but it can connect to any legacy system. So
Yes.
if you have some other ERP system or the legacy system and you want to do your planning on ACP, so you can configure that scenarios as well. Like you can get their demands and the supply details from the legacy systems with the legacy collection, and then you run the ACP plan for that and you send back the suggestions to the legacy system. So all that can be done. You can release the work orders, release the supply suggestions. So all these things you can achieve.
Yeah, basically we have to just do the input to the SAP.
Yeah.
Means all the data is to input to the SAP.
So there are standard. These are standard features for ACP, means where you can do the legacy collection and all those things.
Mhm.
A lot of companies they are using ACP only for planning purpose. There are that kind of organizations also, and even the main thing is when we discuss this plan request and all that time, or the engine how it works, that time I will also explain some of the details, like how that engine actually works or how the optimization is done. If you are aware of the operation research, has anybody done some management programs
Management program is what exactly?
in operation management?
Operation management. No.
Operation
No.
research or operation management?
No,
Like,
operation research I had read in my.
okay, okay. Yeah, in
MSc.
engineering also it was there, I think.
Hmm.
So it uses basically those fundamentals. If you remember that linear programming and all those.
Hmm.
So basically, those logics or algorithms are used here for optimization. And basically, I don't know now, but earlier even the SAP was using the same engine of Oracle for ACP. That APO, they had their APO planning module, right?